we ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Nice.
One of my favorite sounds now.
Ah, good old water.
I hear it in my sleep.
Yeah.
Delicious water, making us feel good about ourselves and our choices.
Yeah. On a Sunday morning, afternoon. Sorry.
After an insanely long weekend.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
Pretty low key. I didn't, I do my food stuff. I try to go to a few places on Friday and Saturday are kind of my big days, and I take it easy on Sunday usually. So, yeah.
So you just do multiple and then just, edit out your week?
Yeah, not really. I'm a true food blogger, and when I say that, I mean, it's just my life. So I'm just documenting my life. And, if I happen to eat at a restaurant on a Friday night, you're going to hear about it probably 20 minutes after I walk out that door.
You just sit in your car and just...
Yeah, I can bang them out pretty fast now.
Yeah. How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing this for 15 years.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah,
you got it.
I was a young man when I started. But 15 years now. Started in 2010. In food blogger years, that's about 650. So.
Any amount of entertainment these days.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have longevity anymore, I feel.
Yeah, that's no doubt about that.
Did you start on a blog?
Yeah, I started The Mighty Rib.
The Mighty Rib.
Yeah, it started 2010. I was a high school teacher in Houston, and I was a food writer, or I was a writer in college. I was a sports guy, and had an uncle that was very influential. He was a sports writer. He wrote for the Boston Herald, New York Daily News. He was the beat writer for the Yankees.
That's amazing.
And the Red Sox. So he was always that cool uncle that I looked up to, and I was like, I want his life. Didn't get that life. Went to college, graduated, had a dead-end office space type job for 5 years, and then my dad was a teacher, so I was like, I want to try, get into education and doing something with some meaning. And I was a teacher for 10 years. And
what'd you teach? History?
I taught a vocational education course called Career Preparation.
Okay.
And it was a great gig as far as teaching. High school, a lot of my kids were seniors in high school. I'd put them on internships in Houston, oil and gas companies, like going into downtown Houston.
Yeah.
I worked in a low-income school, so very rewarding, being able to place a student in a really good job. Many of them continued on after, when they went to college. So it was very rewarding. But my wife at the time, she was training, she's a physician, and she was still in her residency, and she had to do a 1-year fellowship, and she got into a program in Boston, and it's the type of program you just don't say no to.
Right.
And so our kids were really young at the time, and we picked up the family and moved to Boston for a year. And the food started right at the tail end in Houston. I was just looking for a hobby. I kind of got sidetracked with your original question, but
I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. I'm just along for the ride.
I was looking for a hobby, and I wanted to write about food. I didn't know diddly shit about it, and but I was like, I think it's.
Were you already into cooking or anything like that?
I mean,
or
just a novice,
Right.
I just like to eat. That was really
Sure,
it.
a foodie.
Yeah, I was a foodie, and at that time, everyone and their mom had a food blog. I mean,
Right.
they were. And when I say food blog, it's not like it is today, where it's an Instagram page. That's what it is today. And back then, you actually had to buy a website.
Right. A .com with a thing, a landing page, all that stuff.
Yeah, so I did that, and I went with my wife. We took a road trip one weekend to Kansas City. We were still living in Houston, and we went to a few places. One of them was at the time called Oklahoma Joe's in Kansas City, famous place. Anthony Bourdain had named it like one of his 19 favorite places.
Is it a barbecue joint?
Barbecue joint, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Went there, blew me away. I was like, maybe I could write about food. Maybe I could have some fun with this. Went home the next day, got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and sat in front of one of those terrible free blog sites. I think it was called blogspot.com.
Zynga.
Yeah, and I was like, what in the hell am I going to name this thing? Like, I have to come up with something.
Okay.
And I was just like, those were some amazing ribs. That's going to be my inspiration.
Rib.
So
Okay.
the Mighty Rib. A lot of people wonder, how'd you get that name? Has it got some like
Has it inspired
amazing
the whole career?
Yeah, I mean, like, and it was really that was it.
I mean,
yeah,
that's a great origin story.
Yeah, but like it's not like a tremendous amount of significance where I sat down and really thought it out. Just like because at that time
you're not supposed to, I don't think.
Yeah,
it's good
maybe
that
that's for the best, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, I was like, I had no visions of it becoming what it has become.
Right.
I just was like, I don't know, I'll do a food blog, and a couple of my buddies will read it, and I just stuck with it, and I just grew to love it, and started writing for the Houston Press, which is kind of that alt weekly magazine, very similar to like an Arkansas Times here in Little Rock.
Yeah.
And I just kind of fell in love with the idea of covering all facets of food. And so I did that for 6 months. And then we moved to Boston, and I just abandoned my entire audience that I was trying to build in Houston, and moved to Boston. We were there a year, and then she got an interview. She wanted to stay in academic medicine, and she was done with her training, so now she had to get a real faculty job, and a very specific area of medicine. So when any job in the country comes calling with an interview, you accept that interview. Even when a place like Little Rock, Arkansas.
Because it's rare.
Yeah, it's such a specific field. And she wanted to stay in academic medicine. So so she told me, I'm like, I've got an interview in Little Rock. I'm going to go down there. I'm like, hell no, I'm not living I'm not living in Little Rock, Arkansas for a variety of reasons.
How many, about 15 years, I suppose.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, here we are, fast forward. It is a lesson in like giving things, places, people a chance. You know, I had a perception of this place before I moved here, and when I arrived and, you know, got to like tour the city for a weekend, I was like, I like it here. It's nice. Yeah. And then, but I also thought at that time, like, all right, it's time to get back into teaching. I had taken that year off to stay with my youngest daughter in Boston. So I just took that year off. It was just too expensive for childcare. I was a true stay-at-home dad that year.
Could only imagine.
Yeah, I mean, like my whole teaching salary would have gone to
childcare.
So I was like,
that's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, it is crazy. And so when we got down here, I just figured that was it for me in food. I mean, what is there going to be to write about in terms of food in Little Rock, Arkansas? And boy, was I wrong.
So much, yeah.
I was wrong. And
we don't got much. That's one of the things we do have.
Yeah. And
good places to eat.
And it's building. And it's getting better. And to be perfectly frank, you know, when I was living in Houston and Boston, there were literally 1,000 people doing what I do or did. And when you come down here and you look around, you're like, oh, there's 5 people covering food.
Less competition.
Less competition. I'm like, you know, I know how hard I work. When I'm dead set on something, I'm like, I can outwork all these people. I can do a better job. I know it, and to kind of make a name for myself. And that's what happened. I just slowly built an audience. Been here since 2012, so 13 plus years, and we love it here.
Yeah, determination. I mean, consistency is key. Just keep going, and eventually you'll outlast all your competition, probably.
Bingo. Yeah. I mean, I looked around when I was. You know, I mentioned how everyone had a food blog back in 2010. Well, the thing that stuck out,
it was kind of like a popular thing to do.
Everyone had one. But when I would look around, I would look at all these food blogs across the country, and there was like a very common theme in that, like, the writer would post like once a month if you were lucky. And I remember thinking to myself, why would I follow that blog on a routine basis? That's not enough content for me to want to like go back.
A month is long enough for me to forget you even exist and then wonder why the hell you're emailing me. Like, who even is this?
Yeah. So I was like, what can I do to separate myself? And the key, right from day one, I said, I'm going to write every single day. Every single day. I'm going to flex that muscle. I don't care if it's a paragraph or 2,000 word blog post.
Yeah.
I'm going to get used to like covering food every single day, so that repetition, flexing that muscle, the more you write, the easier it is.
The more you learn how to write too.
Yeah.
It's like having these conversations. Just, you know, when you first start, it's just you know, and eventually you try your best because you hear yourself back and you go, am I stupid?
Yeah. Yeah, you're your own worst critic, right? I mean,
I think that's a good thing.
That's a great thing. You know,
especially if you love the thing you're doing, because it keeps you focused, and like you get aggravated at yourself, you're you know, you're your best motivator when you're feeling like, God, I can't even believe I just, what a waste.
And being honest with yourself and looking, I look back at the first several years that I was doing this stuff. I'm like, man, that was terrible. Like that's the way I took pictures of food. I've never been this renowned photographer. I don't spend a lot of time. When I'm at a restaurant, and if you were with me, you'd see, like, I'd take a quick picture, put that phone up, and enjoy my meal. I'm not one of these that does, like, a big production.
Right.
It's just not my style. But, like I said, I've been doing this for so long. I've seen how it's changed so much. I think one of the things I was good at the beginning was recognizing where we were going as a society in terms of, like, how we view content. And that long form written essay was really going out of style. Yeah. And I figured out quickly, like, you've got to get your point across fast. Like, when I say fast, like 10 seconds. So, like, if...
Well, yeah, you nailed that one then.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm reading these great pieces about food that are, like, 2,000 words long, and you get bored with it. So what I did was, like, my shtick, or whatever you want to call it, was like, let's put everything in a very condensed paragraph when I'm trying to reach people.
It's funny you said. I read things backwards because of that exact thing, because all the good stuff's right at the very end.
Yeah.
I'll just go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
And then read until I don't care anymore, and then stop. I got everything I need.
Listen, I go on CNN every day. They put their articles in bullet form now. I mean, like, true bullet form.
Just do.
One bullet after the next. So, that's just the way. And it's even gotten worse. Like, again, like, there are no real food bloggers anymore. Now that's just videos. It's just videos of a 20-something-year-old eating garbage fast food in their car.
Mukbangs.
And like, that's the thing now.
Or like those food challenge videos where it's like, the burger is as big as a table.
It's nuts. And, like, they make an income off that.
Oh, they're
like,
making fucking money, dude.
I don't know if I've ever thought to myself, I want to video myself in a car eating a shitty cheeseburger, and that's what the world needs to see. I just don't want to do it.
Check out our Patreon, everybody.
That's like our whole, like...
Yeah. Is that what y'all do?
It's just for misery. It's like, it's almost all spice. I love spice, so we almost, it's just piss in competition, really.
I mean, but yeah, like, these people this is their livelihood,
Oh, yeah.
Like, they are making a lot of money off this, and, just not my style, and I've just I feel like I've stayed true to who I am, and
people like that.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, because
consistent, reliable.
Yeah. And I have to bring this up because it's so prevalent now, and I feel like it's another way I just kind of separate myself. Is there's no money involved in what I do, and I think a lot of my audience has those questions to this day. I don't talk about it a lot.
What do they think, you're paid off or something?
Yeah, you're paid. Well, everyone's paid off nowadays. And when I say everyone, not everyone, but damn near. Like, I hate the word influencer. I hate it.
Sure.
That's not what I am. When I think of the word influencer, and I'm not judging, like, listen, if that's the way you want to handle your business, more power to you. That's just not the way I do things.
Yeah, we're all trying to make it out of here.
Influencers are people that are paid to come into a place and video and tout it, and you're not getting their true opinion in many cases.
There is a thing going around, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but one thing I do hate when you watch something like on Facebook or whatever, God only knows what you're watching, it's the
yeah, it's just, it's crazy.
It's like what the fuck.
Yeah,
I've had
like, sir, that was
food. I have had food that it's just I've paid so much money. It was the best thing I've ever had, and never in my life have I had a single inkling to go,
yeah, oh my God, yeah,
and fall.
An orgasmic experience.
It's like,
yeah,
I thought it was funny at first, but now it's everybody.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's run its course so poorly.
Yeah, and that
I'm with you on that one.
That will eventually run its course as well. Again, like, we live in quick, fickle society.
Quick.
Yeah. So what I have always done to kind of separate myself is take money out of the equation, have it to be fun. It's a hobby to me. I know when people look at it, they're like, my God, this guy's spending all of his time on his hobby.
I never would have guessed it was your hobby. Yeah,
it's a hobby. It's not a career. There was a time for about 5 years that I would accept freelance writing jobs for magazines around like this whole state. Like I've written for all, freelance.
Just food stuff or just whatever they
just
wanted
food
you to?
Stuff. Food stuff. Yeah. I stay in my lane. And I did that for a long time, and I loved it. And I was writing probably upwards of 15 articles a month, and making decent money for it.
Yeah.
But something happened.
Did you feel obliged though?
Yeah. Well, no. That was a nice thing when I would write for these publications. It was always no one ever said you got to write here, or you got to do this, and this restaurant's a paid advertising.
It
wasn't like that.
They're advertisers with us. We'd love you to go over there. Winky face.
No.
Okay. Cool.
Not like that. It was
awesome.
It's never like that, and I think they knew what I was about, so I always appreciated that. But again, I kind of scratched that itch. I wrote for a long time. I loved it, and right around COVID is when I changed everything that I do. As far as I will say this: everything with the Mighty Rib, my actual food blog, that's never been monetized ever, and nor will it be. But, the side gigs of freelance writing, that was, I'd earn $1 doing that. But I dropped all that around COVID time, and I said, you know what, I want to start focusing on these restaurants and nonprofits, the community. I want a different angle where I don't want to just be a food writer anymore. I want to do more than just, which was great, and I still love it to this day, going into a restaurant, eating great food, posting about it, and getting people to come to that restaurant. Nothing makes me happier.
I actually watched it happen.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I saw you did it not that long ago to that Rook and Bryant. Was it?
Yeah. Nothing is more rewarding than that.
No one ever in that place. I live near there and I drive past it all. And now, after you put that blog out, I was like, yo, that dude's got some weight for sure.
And
it worked.
I love that.
That's awesome, man.
I don't want to say I love the power of that, but I love being able to
But you're boosting your community up.
Yeah,
that's fucking
boosting
awesome.
the community. And
as long as you're not abusing it, and you seem to be helping everyone you can. I don't know how you could.
I don't know. Who knows?
You'll eat what I say you will.
But
peasants,
a lot of times it's tough now because it's Little Rock and everyone recognizes you, right?
Oh, sure. But everybody loves a good.
I was gonna ask, do you have experiences where you go to a restaurant and you can tell they're trying to sway you in some kind of way?
He's here.
The Mighty Rib's here. Send them. Do you have anything like that? Not that you're asking for.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. That has really calmed down, I would say, in the last 2 or 3 years, as the community gets to know you. I'm not from here, so I think it took several years for the community / restaurants, people in the industry to really kind of trust and respect me. And I think some of what you said happened a lot, where I would go into a restaurant, they'd recognize me, send out a free dish of an appetizer or something. And to be honest, anytime that happened, I would overtip. I just don't
feel obligated.
I don't feel obligated. I want to do that. I want these restaurants to know that I am there because I want to be there, not because
you're looking
of a free appetizer or looking for something free. I chose to come there. I chose to eat your food. I chose to pay for your food and tip well.
Right.
That, to me, I want that respect, and I don't want a restaurant to ever think, oh, I got to kiss this guy's ass.
Respect doesn't come from free.
Yeah.
Every time you do something for that, then it becomes expected and normal, and it's gross.
Well, when I first started, and especially when I went to Boston, I thought it was really cool. They would invite food bloggers out every night. I could go to a fancy restaurant every single night. I was a nobody. They didn't care. I had a website. That's all they cared about. And I remember that feeling for the first couple times of you sit with 6 or 7 bloggers at a table. They bring you everything you want. And you know what? They're standing over you and they're watching, and it just feels dirty. I remember thinking for the first couple times it felt cool. And then you're this isn't, at least for me, I was this is not the way I want to conduct my business anymore.
That's weird. It's funky. I don't even like it when people are staring at me just at Chili's or something.
What are you going to say to them? Thank you for...
Actually, a Chili's is the last place that I want someone staring at me.
You know what I'm saying? Because, they pack everyone in so small now. This whole new, put 500 people in a 200 cap room thing.
Yeah.
And you're just I'm eating, there you are, literally. And it's What am I supposed to? Who am I supposed to look at?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, it's incredibly awkward. And like I said,
that would be so awkward.
And I remember when we came down here, and I said, well, if I'm going to stick with this food, I've got an opportunity to do it the right way from day one, and that means no freebies, just slip into restaurants. You know, I have to do kind of I hate to say this, but I feel like it's a douchey thing, but I do it now. Like, I usually use, like, a friend's name on a reservation. I don't want them to know I'm coming.
Right.
When I get there, 9 times out of 10, they'll recognize me, because look at me. I mean, there's not too many bald gingers.
I can spot you.
Yeah, pale-ass gingers roaming around Little Rock, Arkansas. I have a look, right? And so they'll recognize me, but to your original point, like, there's not a lot of like that, oh, let's send this guy out an app. There's not a lot of that anymore. And I love that. I love that because it means there's respect. There's much more respect on both sides.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing because at the end of the day, if I've got to have the same experience that you have when you go into that restaurant. And if my experience is different, then, you know, if I go into that restaurant, have a great meal because they kissed my ass and they gave me bigger portions, and then I post about it, I put a nice picture up. You look at it and go, all right, I'm going to go to that restaurant. I'm going to get that same thing. And it doesn't look like that. Yeah. Who do you think you're going to get pissed off at me? At me.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, at me, and then the restaurant.
I'm like, that place sucks and this dude sucks.
Yeah,
and
this dude's a sellout. He's full of, he's all full of shit. And
look at the picture he posted. Look at the shit. I got the same thing.
Yeah.
Look at this junk.
Everyone loses, right?
That's why it sucks when that's why I was saying, like, it seems like if you were a chef and you're not good, I feel like you have to know it. And if you see somebody like you're like, put on your A game real quick so the food's more than what it usually is.
Yeah.
You
know, I think a lot of people, one of the criticisms I get from some of the audience is like, you're always so positive and you're never negative, and you know, and the truth is like, I'm constructive. I don't ever want to tear down a restaurant because especially at the point I'm at now, like, yeah, I do have a big platform. I don't want to hurt a business. I want to help a business, but, you know, I don't want to say that food was nasty, for example. What good does that do? That's just tearing a place down. If I don't like a certain component of my meal, I'll put that into words to a point where the restaurant and the audience gets that, that wasn't his favorite thing. So that's important to me too, is like choosing my words correctly or wisely.
So what is the worst? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm not going to do that to you.
No, I've had some rough...
Top 10 worst restaurants. Go.
I've got a secret top 10 list. I can never reveal
I'm sure you do. I mean, we all have one.
No, of like, that, but also like my worst named restaurants. Like there's some restaurant names. I'm like, what are you thinking?
Just the name?
Just the name itself. Like, why did you name it that? You know, like... couldn't have given it a little more thought, and then I have to tell myself, well, you named your shit the Mighty Ribs, so ease up, Mr. Critic. Yeah.
You had good ribs once and lived your whole life by it, fella.
Yeah. Ease up.
Well, it's like, I love naming things because I'm in music, so I've been in a lot of bands, and typically naming a band is one of the more stupid parts of being in a band.
Yeah.
Because most band names are absolutely dumb.
Yeah.
But then you have to be cool and good, and it makes it good. So it doesn't matter that it's the Mighty Rib. If the Mighty Rib is something people
you bring up an excellent point. I mean, the toughest thing that I had to deal with, like, for the first 5 years of this blog's existence was explaining the name when someone asked me about it. Because they're like, the Mighty Rib, are you a barbecue No, not really. I mean, I like barbecue, but this blog's about barbecue. No, it's not about barbecue.
So what is it?
Yeah. So now I will say this about popularity in terms of like Central Arkansas, Little Rock, whatever. Like at least now, because the blog has reached a stage, I don't have to explain that name to anyone, which I love. It's just like, oh, the Mighty Rib, you know? Mm-hmm. Like that's that's the food blog. That's not the guy writing about barbecue, and that takes time to not have to explain that.
It definitely takes time.
Yeah, to get to that point. And I am so thankful that I don't have to explain that name anymore.
Well, yeah, in the beginning, too, people want to be... They like, want something more fantastical than it is.
Yeah.
Like, one of my band's name's Lame Johnny.
Yeah.
How'd you get that? I read it in some thing when my grandma died, and I was like, that's sick.
Blame Johnny.
And so I just took it.
Yeah, you could relate.
Kind of same with the Matty Christ thing. People are like, oh, is it supposed to be provocative?
It's
Are
my
you trying
name.
to like press buttons? I'm like, no, my name's Matthew Christian, and I just shortened them.
I shortened it. There's no real rhyme or reason to any of it.
No.
Korn's a band name.
Yeah. I mean, look at them. They've had a damn good run.
And they're 35 years crushing shit. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, they put a K with it, right?
Yeah. And the backwards are.
Yeah,
You know, it
there
helps.
you go.
But
Yeah.
if they sucked, they never would have made it out of the studio.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So you like objectively, you cannot like them. That's fair.
Yeah.
Everything's subjective. But you can't mince with the results.
No, they've
had.
made it.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable the things they've done.
Yeah.
They just sold out a stadium.
Yeah. With
They've
the name
been claiming,
Korn.
yeah, a stadium of people.
Makes me think, what could I name the blog? Just one food name. Like, that's it. Like, just asparagus.
Yeah. Just pick your favorite food.
Yeah.
Why is it carrot?
Yeah.
No, I like carrots.
I like carrots.
I'm not blind
Yeah.
anymore. It solved it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But, yeah, to think that I've been doing this 15 years now. It's taken a lot of twists and turns, but I'm at a really good place. And, I'm constantly making changes to what I do and trying to add a little bit.
Have you ever wrestled with, like, overdoing it, especially with food? Because, weight gain, weight loss, like maybe ruining your taste buds with something.
Yeah.
Maybe too much, like you get on a kick for one style of food and it kind of...
Those things are constantly flooding my head every day. It's a battle. I'm not young anymore. I can't eat like I used to, nor do I really want to.
Same.
And that battle of like wanting to stay relevant with something that I'm passionate about, but also knowing like, man, I cannot let this affect my health, long-term health. And that finding that balance is a daily struggle for me.
Yeah.
The question I get it every day is like, why are you not 600 pounds?
I'm not going to lie, when you walked in, I was like, I pictured fatter.
Yeah, I get that all the time. And the truth is, like, I looked around and early on, I saw people doing what I did. And I was like, I can't be like that because I have kids. I want to be healthy.
Longevity.
Yeah. And so I made some decisions, and it kind of got out of hand the first 4 or 5 years, where you don't know yourself, you don't know your body, you don't know how you react to food, and drink more than anything. Those liquid calories.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So
I mean, a beer is just like drinking bread, man. Just, sits on you so bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know how old you are, but
I'm 48.
Okay, I'm 41, and I just got to the age where one beer will single-handedly ruin my whole week.
Yeah. If barbecue, if I eat barbecue, if I eat more than 3 bites of brisket,
heavy.
My day is shit. The rest of the day is shot. I mean,
So crazy.
I feel lethargic.
Yeah.
And fatty beef. More than 3 bites, I'm done.
Wow.
So
you have to really know going in.
Yeah.
We're sampling probably more than we're eating whole meals.
Yeah, all the time. One of the tricks I did, I've just been doing this now for 7 or 8 years. If I'm out eating, a lot of times, not every time, but most of the time, I'll, if I go and I have a burger and fries, sit down, take that nice picture, and then I'll take a knife, cut that burger right in half.
Right.
And I'll tell myself, you can't eat that other half. It's things like
Smart,
that. Box it up. I'll eat it tomorrow for lunch.
Sure.
But moderation is certainly, my biggest friend. And also, I try to exercise. I'm not one of these CrossFit lunatic people that
I'm in the gym every day, bro.
Yeah. I go to the gym. I work out for 45, 50 minutes. I walk, jog, get my cardio, and that's the way. But it's a constant struggle. I have high cholesterol. I'm on a med for high cholesterol, and I know that if I get over a certain weight, that means my cholesterol is probably high when I go to get it checked. So I try to keep myself in line so I can keep doing what I love. Because I know if it gets out of hand, I can't do what I love, which is covering food.
Right.
And so
it gets so much harder to come back from it.
Exactly.
I'm currently living in that world where it's like, I thought, I'll lose weight, and then eventually it gets there, and you're like, oh no, this is a lot harder now. It used to when I was 20, I just had to wait a week and go right back to being an idiot.
It's damn near impossible.
It's crazy how
really
hard it is.
Yeah. So I've told myself, and I saw that like right when I hit about 44, 45, I'm like, man, if I eat a donut, it's just, I
can't have that anymore. Yeah. If I had a donut now, I'd probably feel sick.
Yeah. I mean, but like I will go, and so people they see these big, beautiful pictures, and I don't hide it. I tell them, like, listen, I had a couple bites of that. Or maybe I split that burger with 3 other people I was eating with. So there are tricks to the trade.
Sure.
I don't eat out 3 times a day. I don't have the money to do it, even if I did, I don't want to do that.
Right.
So, I eat out probably 3 or 4 times a week.
I don't know how people do it.
Yeah.
I cook almost every meal at home.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I love to cook, but that ain't moving the needle. I post a picture of something I cook.
I was gonna say, have you ever blogged your own meal?
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
The chef was terrible.
Oh, the pressure. Now that I have an audience, they're like, they're hypercritical because I'm always dishing it out. So
you got to be able to take it.
Exactly. Yep. Absolutely. And that's another thing. I feel like there was a while there. I feel like I was having a coffee meeting once a month with someone who wanted to go down that path that I went down, and it's like the same conversation every time. And I look at them, I'm like, do you love covering food, or do you just love the idea of being popular? The idea of being popular.
Yeah.
Because if you don't love covering food, this will all fizzle after a month or two.
You'll give up immediately.
You'll give up because it's hard. Yeah. It's like, it's not. People look at what I do and go, man, this guy's got it easy. It's fun. It is fun, but it's also hard.
That whole got it easy thing is such a load.
No, I mean, I tell people, like, I don't care about the popularity that this is all brought upon me. I care about what I do, and I'm passionate about what I do.
Right.
And that's what fuels me. I love doing stuff like this, but the accolades and things like that is not what is fueling me. And I'm afraid that is what's fueling so much of this younger generation that wants to put their...
Yeah, that's their whole life. That's all they see is accolade, like TikTok and YouTube and all that. And
and it just doesn't do it for me.
Right.
It just doesn't. And again, when you factor that in, also the monetization, which I've eliminated, I don't care about clicks. I don't care about...
that's wild, man.
I don't care about how many people like my stuff. I mean, it's nice, it feels good, but that's not what fuels me. Never has been.
That is awesome. I wish there wasn't that aspect with this, but it would be sick if we could monetize this.
Yeah, I mean, that is a goal, right? With something like a podcast. And,
we don't even want to have like a necessarily make income. I mean, income would be awesome, but just to pay for all the stuff.
Oh, I get it.
Because we do all kinds of weird community things and shows, and got an award show now.
Yeah.
Thanks to Kurt's never-ending thought process.
Well, you stick with something long enough, and good things will eventually happen. I'm of that belief.
We're on year 7. We just crossed 3 years of straight no miss every week.
Yeah.
Every week. So we're here every week. We're editing every week. We're doing stuff all the time. All the time. Behind the scenes, I leave here, I take my laptop, I go home and put all this stuff together. Kurt sends me photos. He goes home, edits photos, sends those to me.
Yeah. You're doing it the right way.
Now we're doing more stuff, too. We just did Comic-Con.
Yeah, we did just do Comic-Con.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
And I know,
and we did a big show Friday. It's been the craziest weekend.
And I know it's hard work what you're doing. I know that for a fact because I do it.
Right.
But I can sit here, I'm looking at the 3 of you, I can tell y'all all love it.
Oh, yeah. So that's why we're here.
Yeah, it's not truly work, right? That cliche, find something.
Yeah, it's not work. It's just there's so much more than you think. It's not just surface level.
Yeah.
It goes so deep.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of hours a week we have just conversations about, well, what if we did that? Well, what if we do this? Who's that? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
We got to change the T-shirts on the merch wall.
Yeah.
Like, even just down to the littlest little things,
It's one thing after the other. And, when I was writing articles, so many articles a month, and you start seeing one after the next each day, and I'm like, man, I don't think people are realizing how much work it goes into one article, one food article.
Yeah.
There's
and you're doing it every other day. It seems like.
I mean, there's edits, constant proofreading. You can't have any mistake.
Well, I'm out.
Yeah, but like when I say mistake, grammatical, and also like, you know, the
way you word something can be interpreted as negative if you didn't mean it, if you didn't mean it to be, right?
I'm also not a food expert. I've never claimed to be one. I'm just a regular dude that loves to eat food.
Right,
I don't know the ins
the
ins and outs of everything I'm eating, but people are going to call you out, and they're looking to expose you as a dipshit.
Right.
And
well,
so,
thanks, internet.
Yeah. So like, you got to make sure you're right with everything, and that takes time. And if you're not, then you're going to get exposed, which is that's not a bad thing actually. So, fighting for the mic.
I was just curious, when you're like writing an article, do you just sit down and is like stream of conscious in a way where it's like you just write it all down and then you come back to it and like go through it, or is it kind of like one whole process where you sit down and you go through it and you go through it like?
Yeah, I think a lot of the writing process takes place in my head. Like I'm formulating an outline in my head as I'm eating at the restaurant, for example, and then I will get home, jot down some notes. I remember when I first started in Houston, I actually brought like a notepad to the restaurant, and I was with another blogger.
Old school.
Yeah, and I'm taking notes after everything, and
spaghetti is terrible.
And I'm with this other food blogger who at the time is probably like my age now, and he's like, put that up. You don't need that.
Yeah.
That's not the way to do things. And I remember that look on his face. I'm like, okay, you're right.
It's funny because like you're not gonna just walk outside and just blank mind like a MIB just got you or something.
Yeah, but when you're new to something, you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I got to make sure I'm documenting all this. But a lot of that, I formulate in my head when I'm in bed at night before I go to sleep. I'm like, all right, this is how this article is going to lay out. And then the next day, I'll put pen to paper. And the hardest part about food writing for me is that first paragraph. Once you can get that first paragraph to set the tone and what type of
opens
angle,
the faucet a little bit.
Yeah, and then to me the rest kind of flows pretty easily. But if I can get that first paragraph down, you can get through that potential writer's block, then it flows pretty easily. I'm not one of these guys, I've never have been, that can just crank out an article like in an hour. It's a process. To your point, it probably takes start to finish off and on like 2 or 3 days. And again, like I always try to, back when I was writing a lot, for me, I wanted to keep things to about 500 to 700 words. Because again, like you still read things that are like a couple thousand, and
no, I don't.
Nah, it's just not worth it.
How dare you assume?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's true. Yeah. I'm just like, who wants to get through this? So.
I hate it about myself, though, because, I'm come from pre-internet life, same as you.
Yeah.
And used to reading I'd read everything.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is
it's not
boring
worth
as shit.
it. Yeah. It's boring. Everything
is boring.
Everything is boring.
Thanks, internet. You made every fucking thing imaginable not worth a fuck.
But that definitely works for me now, because I've always been of the idea, when it comes to describing food, less is more. I don't think the reader wants me to analyze every single thing about.
You can tell the garlic with the salt and the blah blah blah.
Exactly, they don't want that.
Naming ingredients.
Yeah, they don't want that from me.
Yeah,
what they want from me.
You're not Gordon Ramsay.
No, I'm not. Never claimed to be. That's never been my vibe. What you want from me is you want to go on my Facebook page, look at me at Rook, and go, damn, that looks good.
I actually did.
That dude says it's good. Mm-hmm. I trust him. I'm gonna go eat that and find out for yourself. That was a like a lasagna roll in a tikka masala sauce. So that fusion.
'Cause it's a fusion, right?
Yeah,
it's Italian, Indian.
Yeah, I love that place. I went there like a year and a half ago and loved it then, and wrote about it, and it didn't get a lot of traction. And then it's in Bryant, so I don't get out to Bryant a lot. But I was like, I got to get back to this place. People were telling me they were empty.
There's a few good spots in Bryant. I'm from there.
Yeah, let me tell you something about.
Have you had Different Dough yet?
Yeah, Different Dough is great.
I love Different Dough.
One of the best pizza places in Central Arkansas.
Hands down, top 5 for me.
Yeah, great guy that runs it.
Yep. Wonderful customer service.
Yeah,
I can't talk about them enough. That just blows my mind that they're in a little. I mean, it's a. You've been in there.
Oh yeah.
It's a hallway.
Yeah.
It actually, they're just cranking out the best pizza, definitely in that city and in Benton.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
There's no one even comes close.
No. And here's the sad part about all that. My daughter had voice lessons 3 doors down from that pizza shop. What's it called? Starling. I think it's called Starling.
At the end of that little strip there. Yeah.
So I was there every week. I damn near had different dough every week. And now
That's so much pizza.
Well, I love it. I would freeze it, and eat it for lunch.
Okay, fair, yeah.
And like, I just love their pizza. And now she doesn't take voice lessons, so I don't really have a
direct line to go out there. Yeah.
And certainly he's only open for dinner.
Yeah.
And so I never go out there. So I feel bad. Like, I hope he doesn't feel like I've abandoned him or I don't like his pizza anymore. It's hard for me to get out to Bryant at 5 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Dude, I don't live that far from. I don't live in Bryant anymore, but I live Bryant adjacent, and it's hard for me to go through that town.
Yeah. So
it's built wrong. It's hard to drive through there.
Yes.
It's traffic like hell every day.
Yeah. You ain't kidding. But
They really screwed it up. I mean, I lived there. No one lived there.
Yeah.
We moved there in the 90s. The population was 3,000.
Yeah.
There wasn't a Walmart. It was all woods.
Well, when I first moved here, I never went out to Sling County to eat. One time I went to a food truck. It was called Baja Grill back in the day.
Yeah.
They started as a food truck.
Still there, and it's in a building now.
Yeah. And so Baja Grill now is in Little Rock and they're in Benton. But back then they just had their little food truck on Military Road, and that was the only time of the year I would go to that. And now, I will say I'm not going to try to paint Saline County as this food mecca.
Desert.
Or but there are things there now.
There is. I agree.
There are things there. I go there regularly.
Yeah.
Red Robin.
Yeah. Oh. Well,
nope, that didn't last.
I'll go through some of them off the top of my head. Speakeasy Cafe.
Yeah.
That is a damn good coffee shop. Blue House Bakery, is that what it's called? That's a good one. You've got Front Porch Market, which is out in Salem, which is great. Salem Dairy Bar.
Salem Dairy Bar.
Yeah.
One of my faves.
I mean, these are good spots. You've got Azteca Taqueria that's out there. I mean, there are things.
Dude, I've been going to Azteca since that place opened.
Yeah, I mean,
love that place.
There are places, is my point.
burrito.
Yeah, there are what irritates me so much about a segment of my audience, foodies, is they're so quick to complain about what we don't have, and I say, well, just hold on a second. Why don't you follow my blog for a month or two and find out what we do have? The thing is,
then support the shit out of it.
Support it. Like, it's easy to complain what we don't have, but you know what? If you actually dug a little bit, there are a lot of wonderful things that you just don't know about.
100%. And then you got, like Azteca, they screwed them. Have you seen what they've done to their parking? They deleted their parking lot with the road exchange.
Yeah.
And it's like, but there's 2 Taco Bells in that town, and both of them are packed out. And Taco Bell is shit.
Yeah.
But Azteca is like authentic, real. They used to do the garden in the backyard.
Yeah.
All the vegetables came from the dude's house. Yeah. It was as fresh as you could get. And they're still in business. They have a good, people that go there. Mm-hmm. But they could be in a much bigger building just cranking out delicious food all the time if more people would just figure it out and go there instead.
I mean, look where we're sitting right now. We're looking at 630, everything south of 630. There are so many great restaurants south of 630 in this city that a fraction of our population know about.
Oh yeah.
What I think I can do to help with that is be that person to be a leader and go to these places and report on them and hopefully motivate people that are in Little Rock, in this area, that have only stayed in their bubble.
Right.
And then they read the schmuck that posts on Facebook about great food, and they're like, well, shit, if it's good enough for him, let me go give it a shot.
Right.
And then we've got something. Yeah, that's always been my biggest draw about covering food in Little Rock as compared to these major cities that I've lived in. You can't see that needle move when you're in Houston, Texas, because it's just too big.
Too big.
But if you can I've always thought this, if I could get 5 to 10 people talking about a restaurant, and then they start telling people, and they start telling, it's a real word of mouth.
Snowball effect is crazy.
Yeah,
here.
you can see it.
Yeah.
And there are times that you can really see it, like with Roop. That surprised me.
I've 100% paid attention and noticed a difference in, especially their lunchtime.
Well, I felt a little bad what happened to them because we went for lunch, and we were the only people in there.
Yeah.
no one else. And we were blown away by how good the food and the service was. The setting needs help. They just need to start. They need to decorate it. They need to make it feel warmer in there, just cozier, like a nice restaurant. It's just too sterile at this point. But
that building's been so many things.
Yeah,
it probably was hard to even start being in there.
I'll tell you what.
And I bet that rent ain't cheap.
No, it's right off the interstate.
Yeah.
Boy, if y'all aren't supporting that place, I hope they move to Little Rock, because Little Rock would definitely support Rook. But anyway, I didn't know. Sometimes I don't know. It's weird. Even to this day, there's like an imposter syndrome with anything you do.
Everything.
Yeah, like sometimes I don't realize, like...
I just found out we got nominated for some podcast thing, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And
why?
like literally, like, what are we doing? We didn't do shit.
Yeah, and I'm just like that to this day. Like, sometimes I'll think, oh, I wrote about this, and no one's going to see it, and it's not going to inspire anyone.
Just Friday, we just played a giant show. We promoted the shit out of it. I'm in a really decent band. Mm-hmm. We don't really have too many flops anymore. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And the whole time we're starting, like, there's going to be fucking nobody here. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's gang, but the whole building's absolutely filled with people.
I ended up walking up to you and was like, hey, Corey, I think there's people here, because he had told me that. And he goes, you think so? And like was totally genuine. Like there's people.
Yeah.
Well, then my buddy,
but
then my buddy texts me. He's like, dude, the line, I'm like down the street.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Whoo. Thank God.
I'm the same way. Anything I do, I think it's going to be a failure until it's not. You know, like no one's going to come to this event that I'm organizing. No one's going to support this thing that I'm touting. No one's going to go to this restaurant that I adore and I want everyone to go to.
Have you ever done anything like that, like a meetup and like go to like some of your faves kind of stuff?
I've thought about it. I mean, I've done versions of it. I used to organize these big dinners. I can't believe I did that back in the day. Talk about work for nothing. Yeah. I mean, I would organize, and this is, I'll say this, like when we moved to Little Rock, I didn't know a soul. Nobody. Like I didn't have a friend. I would swim up to Dad's in the neighborhood pool and like introduce myself, like hoping I can make a friend, right? I'm like, I'm in this Little Rock place. I'm going to be lonely for the rest of my life. And food was my socialization. That was my opportunity to meet people.
It's one of the best for that, though.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
And, I got to know people through social media, and we would go to, like, small groups. Like, we would meet friends that were foodies, and then I got to organize these dinners at restaurants. Like, every other month, I would do these massive 75-top dinners.
Damn!
Yeah, like, and I got nothing out of it. I just wanted to, like, be around people, and that whole concept of, like, getting people into a restaurant, that they may have never been into before.
Yeah.
And
I love that idea.
And giving the chef an opportunity to do something completely different than the normal menu that they're probably bored out of their mind of making.
Fair.
So to do these types of events, I loved them, but like to think back, I'm so busy now, I can't do that kind of stuff anymore. It's just the amount of work it takes collecting money and people's monies, and then you got to pay the restaurant. I mean, it was just insane. It was a lot of fun, but I've thought about like potentially like putting a post out there. Hey, you want to do a meet and greet at a bar? And I don't know. Again, it goes back to
who's showing up.
Will I show up and be some loser at a bar telling people to come hang with me? Like,
I get it.
People might look at it and go, I'm not hanging with that schmuck. Like. Who the fuck's he think
he told me that last thing was good. That was bad.
Screw him.
Yeah.
He thinks people are going to meet him at a bar and have a good time. Screw him. Yeah.
Who wants to do that anymore?
Yeah. So I don't know. I've thought about doing some things like that because I'm an extrovert. I like being around people. I feed off other people. I feed off that energy. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
My wife's an introvert. She has always supported this food journey of mine, but it's not. I don't want to say it's not her cup of tea, but it's she doesn't.
It's your thing.
It's my thing.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I'm married.
and she like I said, she doesn't like to be around a lot of people. Like,
I got lucky, and me and my wife actually share the same interest with music, so we're in a band together.
How long have y'all been married?
18 years.
Good for you,
18 years.
That's great. I'm 23 now.
What is this, an odd year? No, 17 years.
17?
Sorry. Yeah.
Maybe I'm 22. 2002.
Because our 20 year is...
We're about to hit 23.
28, yeah.
man, we're not the norm.
No.
18
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now when my daughter meets somebody, my first question is like, is your friend's parents still together?
Still together, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, my parents were divorced. I come from a divorced house.
My parents are still together.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, they live in the same house anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. As far as the meetups and things like that, I don't know. I've toyed with it, but
Or even like a do your own food truck thing. I'm sure you rate food trucks, right?
oh yeah, I do all that.
Because then you can get all those guys to just show up. They come to you. You don't have to do shit.
You mean like getting all those food trucks together?
Like, what's your top 7, and then do like a big like parking lot hoopla.
There are so many logistics.
I know.
Oh my god!
It's just.
You ever worked with food trucks?
Yep.
They're a nightmare.
Well,
I love my food truck folks,
great.
but
we work with is very chill.
no, they're great.
They just show up and just do it.
Sometimes though, they're so you might not be able to count on them all the time, and
That's very true.
Yeah. I love my food truck people. Don't get me wrong.
Do you notice? I try to do a little positive thing. With the internet culture and food, and like especially like watching people cook food. Have you noticed a rise in like restaurants that open are, I would think, almost better than they used to be because of that whole thing where putting your whole heart and soul in like the whole kitchen culture has risen to such an extreme height, especially with those TV shows, things like that.
Yeah.
Making people like want to be better.
I've thought about that, and I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. I still think the failure rate is very high in the restaurant industry.
I think that's more economics than
it is.
Because I've been at great restaurants that people just don't go.
I think that's true to a certain extent.
And
I
rent's
think,
expensive and food is expensive.
Well, I hear this a lot. That location is cursed, or that's a terrible location for X restaurant to go into. And I typically say to that person, that's kind of bullshit, because if a restaurant has great food and great service and communicates themselves on social media properly in a way that is consistent, then the community will embrace them. If you've got to have those things, though, you really do. And
I disagree.
Listen,
I'll take less food though over service. Service is a huge one for me.
I'm not saying it has got to be a lot of food. I'm saying the food's got to be consistent. It's got to be the service has got to be warm and friendly, and they have to make an effort to reach out to their public on social media, because if a restaurant is in a bad location, great food and service will make it a good location. There are so many popular restaurants in this town that you think of as being popular. You don't think of them being a bad location. They're terrible locations.
I think the best food comes with a hint of danger.
Well,
I've always said that. I'm eating my best meals when I feel a little threatened.
Well, I'm not even talking about bad neighbors. I'm talking about like I'm talking about like a restaurant that's tucked back off a side street in the Heights, maybe, where it's not on Kavanaugh, but it's tucked away somewhere.
Like in one of those weird alley things.
Like it could be anywhere, but my point is, like, people will find good food.
They will.
They will find it. Unless you're in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas, that's a different thing. But if it's
I don't know if that's true either. Have you ever been to Craig's Barbecue?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Craig's Barbecue.
It's in a fucking field in a house.
Yes, and it's been around for like 50 years, right?
And the woman that makes the dessert lives across the street, and she walks the pies over. I mean, that place is...
I think she passed away.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the pie lady. Yeah.
Fuck. Well, R.I.P. to the pie lady. She was fucking awesome and friendly as shit.
Yeah, well, listen.
That place rules.
There is very rarely that a restaurant goes out of business. It happens every now and then, where when it does go out, I'm like, that was a real loss. Yeah. Most of them go out of business for a reason. They're not properly run. They don't have good management. They're not reaching out to the public on social media. I mean, it floors me how many restaurants open. They start out anew. They don't have a Facebook page. They don't have an Instagram. Nothing.
Well, people will show up because we're here.
And they're like, we just don't have time for that. I'm like, really? You don't have time to alert the people for free? It costs you nothing.
Yeah,
it costs you nothing.
Maybe 20 minutes to set up a Facebook page.
I looked at a chef one day. I'm like, I don't care how good that plate of food is, and it is phenomenal. But if people don't know it exists, what's the point of making it? Like, you've got to reach your public. And that's where my blog can help. But I'm only one dude.
That's true.
I mean, and we've already talked about like how I'm trying to limit my consumption. There's not a team of me going around the city trying to find all these restaurants. So like, and there's not a lot of people doing what I do here. So you have to help yourself to a certain extent. And sometimes it just floors me of how little restaurants do to help their own cause. And when you call them out on it, they're like, well, we just don't have time for that. Really? You don't have time for that? You had time to cook the food
you think
today.
It's an ego thing?
I don't know. I don't think they understand the importance.
They just don't get it.
They're not good business people, and that's part of being a good businessman.
Being an artist, you usually only get one.
Yeah.
If you're making the great food, but you're bad at business, it's like that's why you need a business partner.
Yeah. And you look at the restaurants that have been highly successful in this city for decades. They all have Faded Rose. Faded Rose has not been reinventing the wheel.
Right.
They serve your very standard Cajun Creole cuisine.
Good.
But
I like
every
Faded Rose.
time you walk into Faded Rose, it is full.
Yep.
And you know exactly what you're going to get every single time. I went there last Sunday night. I hadn't been to Faded Rose on a Sunday. We met another couple there. And I was like, Faded Rose is going to be empty. It's Sunday night. There's not a lot of restaurants. The place was packed.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, they're open on a Sunday night, which puts them in a very select category in this town. So they get the importance that people want to eat out on a Sunday night. And I get your valuing your time, but that's another thing that restaurants slip up. They're like, I don't want to work on a Sunday. We're not going to open. People like to eat on Sundays. They like to eat out. And
well, they're all dressed up. A lot of them are coming from church probably.
Yeah. You look at Trios. Trios is packed. You can say what you want. Oh, then everyone that eats there is 80 plus years old. They do the rotating menu. They are a true farm-to-table restaurant. Their service is impeccable every single time. They get it. It's consistent. And, you know, that's Trios. They're located in a shopping area on a hill. I wouldn't say that's the best location in the world. It's not, like, front and center.
Right.
But people seek out good places if the food and the service are good.
One of the wilder things I saw, speaking of good restaurants that went bad, was we went to a burger restaurant. This was in Bryant.
Yeah.
You know where Casa Mexicana is? It's like right when that place first opened, there was a burger joint in there.
What was it called? Do you remember?
I don't. But the husband and wife got into like a knockdown fight and I'm like,
oh, like, while you were there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Because it was an open kitchen plan.
Oh,
you know
man.
How like the open kitchen's kind of like the de facto thing now.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there eating my double bacon cheeseburger
Are you
going,
serious?
holy shit. I mean, they're just fucking...
Oh, my God. I've seen some crazy shit in my
It was
day,
wild, dude.
I've never seen that.
I was like, this place is not going to last. I think they weren't even open the rest of the month.
Oh,
This
my
shit was
God.
crazy.
Oh, I wish you'd had the name of that place.
I really do, too. And I was sitting here for like literally 15 minutes going, what the fuck is the name of that damn restaurant? I don't remember.
Oh,
it was
man.
only open for like that.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it.
But the place was huge. First off, you should have never opened a burger restaurant that damn big. You're not David's.
Yeah.
And they built to get to that size. So it's like, you
yeah,
know.
there's some common sense things like that where you're like, why do that? You know? And I see it all the time. And again, like it's just the nature of the beast in the industry. I forget the percentage, but you know, the success rate is so low. And
isn't it like 2% or something? It's like crazy low,
crazy
right?
low, whatever it is.
The first 2 years, almost all of them closed.
Yeah. And so it is a challenge, even if you're doing all the things right. But I see so many people starting this out. I actually think, and again, I don't want to come off as like some know-it-all, but I've been into so many restaurants over so many years. I really feel like I could help be almost like a consultant early on to say, hey, you might want to consider doing these things. These are the things I've seen that have been working.
Yeah.
And these are the things that I see that don't work. And but that would be a whole nother career path. Restaurant consulting, the restaurant
kind of falls
whisperer.
in line with teaching, though.
It does.
You're teaching people.
Yeah, I love that.
And you're combining your food thing, your skills with.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe when I get a little older and I'm really can't eat all that much, and
But I mean, it's like you're like, oh, I'm not an expert. It's like, well, you're pretty damn close. Your training it's nothing less than blue collar.
But you know what I mean.
You're in and out of the thing. You see it all the time.
But I don't want to
paying attention.
I don't want to come off as a know-it-all, like this guy that.
I don't think that's the case.
But I know what you're saying, but I guess I'm always battling that
how people would perceive it, if it's arrogant or not.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like that. I hope.
I see a guy who's been doing food shit for 15 years going, hey, maybe. Yeah. You're not being a dick about it. It's like, that's just genuine advice.
Yeah.
Maybe listen to the guy who's actively looking into the bigger picture rather than thinking you just also know everything.
Well,
because the fucking Google exists.
When restaurants reach out to me, I do offer some advice, but I've never been one to like overstep and say,
listen here, dumbass.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
This is the way it's gonna be now.
Yeah, your shit's all fucked up, and I'm here to fix it.
Yeah,
you just put
the fixer. That sounds like a reality show. That could be monetized.
There you go. Boom. Put that on YouTube. Monetize it yourself.
Yeah.
They don't even call you and ask you like they do. What's his face?
We call it Kitchen Nightmares.
Oh, do you remember that guy?
Bar Rescue.
That one is wild.
That one of those shows. I don't actually watch a lot of food TV, but like I remember, this must have been 5 or 6 years ago now. One of those popular shows, like it could have been Gordon Ramsay even. He came down and there was a restaurant in Maumelle, right on the boulevard.
It was Gordon.
And I mean, he went in and like completely tore that place up, revamped it, and left. And I think they were out of business like in a month. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but like, that's crazy shit right there. Yeah. Like, they invested all that time and effort, and then they were just done.
Yeah.
So,
well, you either want the help or you don't.
Yeah.
I guess.
That is a.
I mean, it's like,
yeah.
Because if you watch those shows, a lot of it isn't the people who do want a lot of it's not the chefs and stuff. Yeah. They're almost always like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
But this ego's in the way, and they just cannot escape it.
Ego. Really, it's the.
We don't need fresh food.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Ego
that fresh
gets in
frozen.
The way. If you think you've got all the answers.
Yeah.
And I am always battling that. Like, I don't think I have any of the answers, and maybe that's part of my challenge of feeling like an expert in a situation. But I
have some.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could be of some help, but
and if you don't, at least you know, kind of like a way to like get to the answer.
Yeah.
Without just randomly throwing shit in the wind.
And I care. I want,
right.
I even.
Well, that's a huge one.
Yeah, even
you have to give a fuck.
I give a fuck. I want, I mean, my lane is food, but my lane is starting to get wider in the fact that I care about our community. I'm invested in Central Arkansas community, and I'm starting to come up with ideas to go beyond food. Once a week now I highlight a non-food business. I just did one this morning on the blog. There's this new bookstore right next to the new community bakery, and I hate using the word the term West Little Rock because that's not a city, but west of the city, western part of the city.
Sure.
Anyway, over there by the pantry and Homer's Kitchen, there's a new bookshop called Sammy's Bookshelf.
Okay.
And it is just an adorable place. I'm rooting for it. And, once a week I will promote a non-food business. And
That's
I was
awesome.
like, how's this community going to take to that? There's this food guy trying to go beyond food. They might just be like, shut up, man. Just stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, yeah.
And what I have found is people love it. Sometimes they love it even more than the food stuff I'm doing.
I mean,
so it's great. I'm about community.
Growth is growth.
Yeah.
And if people love it, keep doing it.
I want to help be a part of making this city more appealing, cooler. I feel like we suffer a little bit from a low self-esteem as a city, in terms of we're always comparing ourselves to Northwest Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas has all the money. They have all the cool, fancy restaurants.
Well, that used to be here.
Yeah. And it did, but what I think
you can still do it. You just have to do what you're saying.
Well, people will say, going back to the food, the food's so much better in Northwest Arkansas. No, it's not. They have better high-end restaurants because they've got all that.
They might have more options.
Well, they have more higher-end options.
Sure.
But our food scene, we have so many hidden gems, so much more diversified food than up there. And I'm not trying to get into a comparison because I love going to Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, me too.
To eat.
I love that place. It's awesome.
But I feel like we have so many cool things here in Little Rock, and we're just not shouting them from the rooftops
and no one knows about them. You're 100% right.
And that's where I feel like I can come into this equation.
The average person driving down Chenal could give a shit. They're just going to go to Starbucks or wherever, or some fast food restaurant because that's all they know. And which is no offense to them. Which know is what you know is what you know. I'm not like shitting on your ability to seek out all the good restaurants, but there's so much better options.
Yeah, and I'm not shitting on
tenfold. There's better options.
Yeah, and I'm not. I've never been one to shit on chains.
I will.
I just don't. Like they have a place, and I think I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example.
That's it.
Of a good situation. We're looking out on the Soma district right now. And if you go on South Main, you've got, I don't know, 7 or 8 different restaurants. And most of them are locally owned. And right in the middle of it is a franchised rock and roll sushi. And people, I remember when that went in there, were like, what the hell is that going in there for? That doesn't fit. Well, you know what? There are people that adore rock and roll sushi. And if that can get some legs walking down that street of South Main, because the truth is, we have to develop areas, neighborhoods, because if you're going to go to rock and roll sushi in Soma, the next time you go to Soma, you're going to go to the Root, and the next time you're going to go to Raduno. My point is, what's good for one is good for them all.
I don't disagree there. My thing is this line of chains where there's no other option than a chain. This is the thing that everyone's doing down here.
Well, then you're right,
because they just put a rock and roll sushi in downtown Benton.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm not a sushi person, but I was like, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's solid.
Because downtown Benton is beautiful. It's old school. It's like you get out, you park at one end of downtown, and you just walk around the whole thing. It's only like 5 blocks.
Yeah.
They got the movie theaters and the ice cream shops and all that cool shit. Clothing stores. Jingles has been there for 30 freaking years.
Yeah.
Just killing it.
Downtown Benton's come a long way, but
yeah.
Listen, back to the original point. Like
right.
I'm not going to be one to shit on chains. They've got their place, but I'm going to be the guy. I'm not going to shit on a chain, but I'm going to tout the locals 9.9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
And I just think we have a lot to be proud of in this city, but I think we focus on the negatives too much. And I'm not saying we're perfect. We got a lot of issues, a lot of problems in Little Rock, North Little Rock, this region, this area, but I feel like I want to be one of those platforms that shouts out the good in what we have and be proud of what we have, and also have a conversation of things that we need to improve on. I'm trying to, I don't want to say tackle, but I'm trying to get some good conversation going on why in the hell do we not utilize this river in terms of dining out. Like, we have one restaurant, technically 2, that can see the river from when you're dining at that restaurant, Brave New Restaurant. And Brave New Restaurant is a very high-end restaurant. Like, it's not, it's a special occasion for a place for most people. We need, and I know people want Cajuns back, but Cajuns isn't coming back, y'all.
No, it's not.
And there's a reason Cajuns went out of business.
Yeah.
But we need more restaurants to take advantage of this beautiful river we have flowing through our city. And for the life of me, I don't understand the reasons why we don't. And a lot of people will come on and give me bullshit excuses. Other cities don't use those bullshit excuses. Why are we? So I want to have that conversation. I believe in this very building, one of the most, if not the most popular restaurants to ever grace this city was at the top of this building. I think Jacques and Suzanne's was in this building, if I'm correct. Why don't we have a top tier restaurant in a building like this that's looking at the river?
With a sick view, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, this building has space. Why aren't we doing that?
This building has so much space. People don't understand how fucking.
So, like, why aren't we doing these things? Why are we just complaining about what we don't have? But I also realize, like, I also don't want to be this guy that's like, we don't have this and we don't have that.
Yeah.
And, like, all right.
Maybe if you just focus on the things you do have, more things will come because those are better and the people that. Yeah.
Regions
on the Regions building.
All
okay.
right.
Right next door.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, like, yeah, I'd love to have something like that. I'd love to have something in the River Market that can actually see the I think back when it was like Bosco's, I don't know, is there anything in there now? There you could kind of see the river from there.
Yeah.
And it needs to be on both sides. It needs to be on North Little Rock too. So I don't know if it's protected land or floodplains or whatever bullshit excuse that they're going to come up with. But I feel like it needs to happen to a certain, and it doesn't have to be right on the river. We just talked about this building. This building is not right on the river, but to be able to sit and dine one night, maybe a romantic dinner, and look over and see the Arkansas River, that's a good thing.
It's fun. It's nice.
Yeah.
Or maybe get real crazy. Well, again, it's probably all just because money. Who's going to fund it?
Yeah, it's money.
You know?
It's always money.
Like one of those old bridges could be a cool spot. We got a bunch of them that are just inactive walking bridges.
I feel
Put
like
something at the end of one.
I feel like we do a lot of planning in this town, and I don't know where's the doing. I know that's the very general, but we have these plans and plans. And we pay all this money for planning, and
You're still kind of just nothing. Yeah,
and then like, what is anything happening? And if I'm wrong, then tell me I'm wrong. But I don't see much happening in terms of all these plans. And I know it takes time for plans to come to fruition, but
yeah.
I just feel like we talk and talk and talk, and where's the doing? And hey, call me out if you're listening to this and you're like, man, this guy's full of shit.
Interesting to think about.
I'll help out. I work with lots of organizations. That's my passion now. Is putting my my time out there and helping and trying to get things done. I don't want to just be a talker.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
actions
over words for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because words are kind of hollow if you're not doing anything about it.
It's hard work too to do this, but let's do it. Let's make this. I mean, I just think Little Rock is so underrated. I don't ever want to compare.
I don't disagree. I mean, I agree 100%.
It's a beautiful city.
Yeah, and it can be so much more.
Yeah. You're telling me we can't be a smaller, less popular version of like an Austin? Right. We have all the things that Austin has. The price of living here is relatively low compared to other parts of the country. We have a very good climate, year-round climate. It's beautiful. We've got hills. I mean, we've got so much working for us. I'm not saying we're ever going to approach like an Austin, but I remember, I went to school in San Antonio. I spent my weekends in Austin in college, and I remember Austin was a nothing of a town 25, 30 years ago. I remember driving around Austin thinking, there isn't shit to eat in this town. I couldn't find a restaurant to save my life. Now it's considered like
it's
culinary
like a mecca.
capital of the country.
It's crazy.
So don't tell me we can't get there.
I have some really fun memories from Austin. Remember tell it.
I'm only ever there during South by Southwest, so I haven't.
Yeah. I've only ever been there twice. The last time we were on tour, and man, some really hilarious shit happened.
Oh, it's a crazy place.
It's a crazy place.
Yeah, and they've grown so fast, their infrastructure can't keep up with their growth.
Yeah.
And I don't want something like that for Little Rock, but I feel like we could be cool. I think we need to get younger,
Definitely more that the city could be doing for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's been like that forever. That's been a forever problem.
I know. And
once all the Fortune 500 companies left, it's kind of just been stuck.
Yeah.
We used to have like 100 of them that were just in Arkansas alone, and now we have almost nothing. And I know that's from not giving in, that's all business economics bullshit, but it has been just kind of the same place for a long time. Yeah, plateaued like crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing ever really has changed. Is that a joke, Kurt?
That's a whole nother podcast episode.
Yeah, I know.
The River Market episode.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
But it's just, they lost it all, and no one cared to get it back.
Yeah. Well,
it's just like it's like the River Market now. Like you've lost everything to fucking Northwest Arkansas. You're cooked.
Yeah.
The River Market does 3 shows a fucking year, and even Simmons lineups are down.
Yeah.
They do like 10 shows.
Yeah, it's like that whole ass arena just sitting there 90% of the time just vacant because you're losing.
Yeah.
And no one's wanting to compete. It's like, I don't know if it's just this weird thing where everyone here is just kind of like, well, we got what we got. It's like contentment,
Well, things like this and
the Hall came in. That's one of the newer businesses around.
Yeah.
That seems to be actually not dying.
They get good gigs too.
You know.
Yeah.
But they're backed by fucking money.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like of course it's always going to be money, but how do you? I think to your point, it's like how do you get that here? You just have to show people that come here that it's a good time, and when they did, and then they tell two friends. Same thing with your dinner parties and stuff.
And you know, painting this picture like downtown as some hellhole, I disagree with that. Like, I get so many people like, I'm not going downtown because I don't want to get shot. I've been downtown thousands of times.
I think it's more boring than a hellhole.
Yeah, but you think that, but try like the majority of people that live in certain areas of this town, their mind tells them like, I don't want to go there because.
I mean, I've been coming downtown ever since I was, a teenager, going to shows at Vino's and.
Yeah. But if you're living in the outskirts, there's so many people like, I don't feel safe in downtown. And listen,
I've seen people shot and stabbed right in front of me.
In downtown?
Yeah. I'm not deterred by it.
It happens. It
happens.
Point. It's anywhere.
And none of it was random.
Yeah, I mean,
it was people getting into fucking fights and doing stupid shit during the fight. I had a dude pull a knife on me.
Have you ever had someone like?
But we don't talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I've been in downtown plenty of times at night. I've never had someone come up to me and give me a hard time. And.
Just a guy looking for some change.
Yeah, an unhoused person asking you for a meal is not harassing to me. And I think a lot of people feel like that's harassment and they feel unsafe.
I see. Well, they're just not used to it.
I'm not going to tell someone how to feel, but like, I mean, if you go into other downtowns across the country, I think our downtown is a lot better than it is made out to be.
We were talking about not too long ago. I was like, I've been places where I definitely don't want to be that are not here.
Yeah.
That are way worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We get a bad rap with that.
And I've actually seen someone get shot right in front of me.
Oof.
And I still would not rather be like in the other places.
I'd still rather not be in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been to Pittsburgh, but probably not. It sounds
good food town.
I bet it is.
Good food town.
I spent about 5 hours there once, and that was too many.
But again, a little bit of violence. Great food.
Great food. Polish district.
Polish district? Is that the spot?
They have a Polish district in downtown in Pittsburgh. And if you like Polish food, like I do.
I'm going to Pennsylvania soon for the first time ever. What's good there? Nothing?
Well, I mean, Pittsburgh is in...
No. I meant like, sorry, I knew that. Fuck, shut up.
Cities in that state.
Don't harass me. I knew that was I meant, like, it's... Damn it. I can't come back from that.
Lost your train of thought.
I did. I can't come back from that. I'm not going to be near Pittsburgh in there. I'm just sorry. I'm so fucked. I'm getting skewered for that one.
Yeah, that's
it's fine.
We have our moments.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Damn, you missed it, Maddie.
Yeah, he messed up.
My fucking age just poked right through.
Yeah. Did you show him your diaper?
Is it full?
Full of shit.
Time for a change.
Damn it, man. Yesterday cooked my brain. We went to Comic-Con yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you go to stuff like that?
No, I'm not big into that. I saw the post.
It was wild.
Yeah.
So many I mean, those doors opened.
Yeah.
And it never stopped.
Yeah.
Just floods of people.
Where did they have that? The Steakhouse?
Convention, yeah. It's going on today, too. It was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We got hooked up. This guy, Zach, we got media passes to go and, like, document a bunch of stuff. Holy moly. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. We had a great time. We were there for 8 straight hours walking around. I think we took 2 breaks.
Damn.
I think it wasn't until, like, literally the very end where we were like, all right.
Like, my spine's about to give out. I need to sit down.
Yeah. It wasn't even it was more of like the physical labor of it that we were like, okay, we're ready to go. Yeah. Other than that, we were like having a great time from start to finish.
Great time. And then the night before, we did that benefit concert, which was crazy. Mm-hmm. You know, all hundreds of people. Oh, sorry. It's sold out. Winky face.
Can't the night before I did a show too,
and the night before he played a show.
People showed up dressed as wizards, which was sick because the touring band. So it was like the wizard battle.
Nice.
Yeah, we didn't dress up. We just played good old fashioned rock and roll.
Yeah.
Kicked some ass. Got off stage.
How long have y'all known each other?
2000 and
I don't even remember.
I don't know, was it
like 2017?
I was gonna say I feel like it's 15 or 7, somewhere between 15 and 17.
Yeah.
I met Kurt because our mutual friend Justin knew who he was, and me and Justin ran a band together, and he's like, I have a photographer.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And then we met at a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Maddie, I don't even know how I met Maddie. I literally don't remember. Shows, yeah. Almost everyone I know in my life is like my wife, we met at one of my shows.
Yeah.
I think the official we started actually having conversations and being friendly was my first show, the Art Goes Pop, because y'all booked me.
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like a year ago.
Oh, that was last year. Oh, well, there you go.
It's funny you mention that. Like I think of that all the time. What in terms of food? Like everyone in my life now is directly connected to food. Like I met them through a food event, or they reached out to me on a blog, and the way they were typing, I was like, that sounds like a cool person. Let's go have dinner. And then we become close friends. So
isn't that weird how you can tell just from how it's spelled out?
yeah.
You talk like I talk.
Yeah, we need to be friends.
I love swear words. Anytime somebody's not afraid to post a swear word, I'm like, we're friends. That's sick.
Well, it's one of the nice things about this podcast. Like, there's so many things I do where I have to be kind of prim and proper.
Guarded.
I can't talk. I'm not that I'm going to curse like a sailor, but I curse. And when you're on doing a food interview on KRK, you can't be dropping
This shit is
F-bombs.
delicious. Yeah, you can't do that.
We went on Over the Edge to promote a show we were doing, and I had to keep reminding him, hey, this is live.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Yes.
I am.
So this
I
is
do
nice.
cuss like a sailor. I'm
Yeah.
a potty mouth. I'm the bad kid. I have no censor. And
Yeah.
so when I have to have a censor, it is very, very hard.
I've had to have that talk with some chefs I've gotten to be on air for something I'm doing.
Okay, chefs are
And I'm like,
they don't care about
we are on the
nothing.
news. You tighten that shit up right now. You will not disappoint me.
Listen here, mister. You got him by the ears.
Yeah.
Stop saying
There will be no F-bombs on this next 10 minutes. But yeah.
Immediately they're like, all right, I'm sorry, I'll fucking
I'll
try.
fucking try. Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did.
Yeah, no, I've had a few F-bombs dropped when I was doing that KABF show.
Have you ever pranked any of your friends and reviewed one of their meals at their house or something?
Oh, God.
Like
no.
Kelly invited us over for chicken parm.
But I get that a lot where I'm at a friend's house and they're like, please don't write about this on the blog. I'm not going to. Yeah. They're like, or please don't judge me right now. I'm like, dude, I'm just a regular cook myself. Yeah. Come on. So I hate when people say that. I'm going to.
Also, to expect that you're going to be, well, I mean, I know it's a hobby and not work, but it's still work to do that. To expect you to be putting the thought and work into, when you're just trying to hang out. It's like, wait, I'm not on all the time.
Trust me, Steve, no one's thinking about your grilled whatever, the bratwurst. Yeah. Yeah. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
We're just having fun.
Yeah.
Backyard shenanigans.
Backyard.
It'd be funny, though, to send him a paragraph later and it's review.
Yeah. Offline.
Posting this tomorrow. Now, I would prank my friends like that for sure. This goes out tomorrow. I'm putting your full home address.
I might need
Worst.
They need to know.
I have a few friends that maybe I should implement that plan. Little punk job.
Little Livy's
Yeah.
pretty stellar.
Yeah.
I would feel definitely pressured. Like, oh man, my friend's a food dude. He's coming over. But we're good cooks in my house. Me and my wife both. We love cooking.
And that's great. But I've friends communicate that to me, and I'm like, I don't want you to feel like that. I'm just so honored that. I mean, very few people invite you in their house anymore and cook for you. That is
It's very rare.
It's rare. It's hard work, and people are lazy. And
we used to do it all the time. We would do it more, but we moved out into the middle of absolutely fucking nowhere, so people don't want to come out there anymore.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
But I mean that idea now, even with my friends, we usually meet at a restaurant, but the idea of someone inviting you into their home, cooking you a meal, I mean that is as intimate and as special as it gets.
It's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I think it is like the epitome of good friendship. Like campfires,
Yeah.
same thing.
Or grill.
Come over, we're gonna
cookouts.
sit around the fire and just.
Before I got into this food blogging stuff, one of my favorite food memories, and it was about a year or two before I started, it might help, but buried in my subconscious, it might have helped kind of push me this direction, but we had this great food club with like 4 other couples. We met monthly, and it rotated from each house, different house, and each couple was responsible for a course, and
I love that.
it was so much fun.
And you just did that?
Yeah.
Did you do that every week?
Every month.
Every month?
Every month. And if you hosted, you got to pick the theme. And I mean,
was it 1 a month or all 4 a month?
1 a month.
1 a month. Okay.
So we would meet, like, let's say there was 4 couples, so there's 8 of us.
Kevin and Stacy.
And Kevin and Sarah.
There you go.
They're hosting this month. Close.
I guessed the name right.
Kevin and Sarah host this month, and so, you pick the theme when you host, and then you make the main course. And then another couple brings wine or beer.
And when you say theme, do you mean like Hogwarts and weird shit, or do you mean
do anything?
Anything. Okay.
One month we did a bacon.
Just bacon?
Bacon.
Just bacon.
Not just bacon, but every course had to have bacon
in it. Oh,
yeah.
I see.
And I mean, the shit got crazy. And like my friend, he ended up making just piles of bacon. Like,
yeah.
I've never seen that much bacon.
Hell yeah.
and I think we were responsible for dessert, so I did something that incorporated. Then maybe we did like a bacon old fashioned, so like fun stuff. And like other months, it might be something generic, like I'm cooking Italian food, and but no, we had some fun with it. Like, and
I love that,
and it made us, really expand what we cook, and also something like that's important, that you get the right couples together, because we all have friends that take things too seriously, or we have friends that don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. There's really a right balance with formulating a dinner club. You don't want someone who's trying to cook a Michelin star meal, and you don't want someone who's just going to show up and go to Kroger and get the mac and cheese right before. Everyone's got to be in it at the same level. Like, we care. We're not experts. We don't claim to be, but we love good food, and we're going to give it our best effort. And I miss that. I miss those food club days.
I miss it too.
We're getting away from that sort of thing. That was damn near 20 years ago now.
I know.
And we're moving away from, because
it's all single serving. Even people in their own home don't even eat together mostly.
Listen, we're lazy. I
try not to be.
We all try not to be.
One of my biggest hang-ups is just sitting around doing nothing.
But think about how much easier it is to go, John and Susie, let's go meet for a beer and app at Vino's, compared to John and Susie, come over to the house. I'm making baked ziti and Caesar salad. That takes effort. And
we're dirtying the dish. Yeah, but I don't mind that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm old school like that. Yeah. I want to do that. Why the hell did I buy the dishes?
But so then you have to ask yourself, well, why don't I do it anymore? And you can say,
mine is because people won't come. I've tried.
I think that's bullshit.
I
think
real.
if you invite someone,
invited me once.
I don't know you, Maddie. Yeah, Kurt has.
Let me ask you something. If you don't you live in Bryant, right? Is that where you live?
No, that's where I used to live.
Where do you live now?
It's more like towards East End.
Okay,
that's
not in the other end of like the country. I mean, like,
no. But people go out there. I've had people literally go, it's scary out here at night. I can't drive out here.
The roads are a little...
It's fucking insane. I mean, it's literally 90-degree turn, and you're in your pitch black. Huh?
So lunch.
I don't do lunch.
But the point is, you can come up with a million excuses.
We want me to cook you a sandwich?
But if someone invites me over their house and says, I'm cooking you a meal, I'm not going to go, where do you live? Oh, that's 15 minutes.
I've gotten it.
Those people are assholes.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a friend.
Yeah.
No, they're friends.
They're not
just
a friend.
scared at night. They told me, they've told, like, it's just the drive. It's the drive. Like, even my mom won't go out there at night.
Yeah.
It's pretty sketchy at night.
If you're, like, got any kind of visual impairment or night blindness, like...
Maybe you needed to formulate, like, a brunch crew.
I cook a mean-ass fucking breakfast. Do, like, a breakfast club.
Also, what would be a better way to get to know each
Honestly, and
other?
I have the big 60-inch Blackstone too, so like I can cook breakfast in 4 minutes.
What would be a better way to get to know each other than to eat together, Corey?
Well, you all right? You want some omelets, bitch? I'll make you an omelet.
Bro, I'll eat all
crack
the
an egg.
Yeah.
We have.
Do more than just throw a slice of cheese on it?
Yeah, I'm not a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I cook a real omelet.
One of the coolest food things I ever did. Where did it take place? It was in downtown here. Do you know a guy named Brian Frazier?
I don't.
He was a sound guy, and he's an artist. He worked at
Frazier.
I feel like you would know him.
A sound guy?
Yeah.
Where did you sound at?
not in the music field, but he owned a place in downtown. Like, it was like a studio. Like, you could go and, like, I want to say record things there.
I feel like I must have to know.
Anyway.
Okay.
This was like 9 years ago now. He and my friend Alexia, they coordinated this thing where it was me and 3 other, like, food people covering an industry. And then we were with 5 different chefs. And we were all sitting around like a big table, fully mic'd. We did a podcast episode with food. We were being served food, breaking bread, talking to chefs,
That's
writers
wonderful.
talking to chefs. It was filmed. I've never seen. There's somewhere out there, but that was a really cool experience. I wish we had more of that, but that took a lot to put on, from what I was told. Like all the cameras and the sound, it was nuts. But it was fun. It was a good memory.
Yeah, because you have to have like open air sound too, like overhead.
It was crazy.
Close mic. That's a lot of editing.
It was a production.
Friends with you on Facebook. I don't know that
cool guy.
I don't know that.
Can I see his photo?
I met him. He is in the music industry. He's an artist. His stuff's at M2 Gallery. Great guy. Worked at KBF. He was station director at KBF. Great guy.
He's looking and sounding familiar. I don't think I do know him, though. I want to say I do, but I don't think I do.
Great guy. Great guy.
Seems cool.
Yeah. Art teacher now at Mount.
Art teacher.
Yeah, he's an art teacher. He's an artist. I mean, his stuff's not cheap. It's in that M2 Gallery in Soma. Right down
okay.
there. Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy, though. Laid back. I've known him for a long time now.
Awesome.
Yeah. I got to know him because he was the station manager at KBF. So.
Oh, and you worked there too?
Yeah, I did my show, my Friday morning show.
What'd you do?
It was me and my friend Alexia. She started the show many years prior to us becoming friends. It was called Vive la Vie. And so she did a Friday morning show, and she had me on probably like 2 or 3 years into doing the show. And we just had such a good chemistry. And we just said, let's co-host it together.
It was like an early morning kind of like, here's the news, here's the radio.
Well, it was food specific. And,
okay.
And the idea was like interviewing someone from the industry. And Friday mornings was actually a pretty good time to get chefs like to the studio. And because, they're busy at night. You can't even screw around with that. But like Friday mornings, it was like at 9, I want to say. And every week we had a different chef or an owner in the industry, and we'd sit around and bullshit with them and talk, and it was we had a good time. We did that we did that show together for at least 6-7 years. I mean, we had a really fun run with it. And
just ran its course.
Kind of ran its course,
yeah,
and
I feel that.
Life happens, and we're still really, really good friends.
7 years is a long time.
Yeah,
that's how long we've been
for
doing
a volunteer KBF show. It had one hell of a run.
I get it,
and it was fun, and it really helped me as far as because still at that stage, I was learning this food community, and to be able to sit down with chefs and talk with them for 30 minutes and get to know them more than just like waving at them through the kitchen,
right.
It humanizes them when you can,
absolutely,
they become real people. I actually had a moment I was kind of embarrassed by the other day. I was at the gym walking around, and I saw this woman, and I could see she was kind of looking at me in a way like, oh, I know that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not in any type of flirtatious way.
yeah.
Sorry. But like, and I was like, who is that woman? It's such a Little Rock moment where you've seen them, but you can't place it. And then she was gone. I did a couple more laps. I'm like, she was a server at that restaurant. And now she probably thinks I'm an absolute dickhead.
Because you didn't say hi.
I didn't say hi.
Well, she didn't say hi either.
She didn't, but I still felt bad.
Yeah, I get it. See, that's that thing.
Yeah.
It's that weird imposter thing.
Yeah.
It's like she didn't say hi either. The road goes both ways.
Yeah, that's
It's like
true.
you didn't say hi to me. You saw me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You didn't say shit either.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've gotten that before. Like, oh, you didn't even talk to me. I didn't see you.
Yeah.
I've got tunnel vision.
Yeah. And I will say at the
I'm
gym,
not
I don't have
looking
my
for
glasses
everyone.
on.
I'm not looking for everyone I know all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a face forward kind of guy. Fucking he knows. I miss all kinds of shit. I'm just.
Literally yesterday, someone was like, "Bro, I tried to message Corey about this thing." I was like, "Good luck." I was like, "I can't even get a hold of him. That's done."
Yeah, like I don't have that whole instant communication thing. I don't have it.
Yeah.
I agree. I fully agree with that.
It's just I did do it. I played the game for a long time, and that's the first thing of social that I dropped was you don't get me 24/7.
Yeah.
Period.
That's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helped a lot. It made me feel way less like fucking rushed and like feeling like because I'm a doer and I like doing things for people. So that just made me feel like I had to do every fucking thing, and that comes at a cost because you still have a family and shit, and they suffer from those things you do.
Yep.
You know?
Boy, you just described a big chunk of my life. I mean, like, I'm getting pulled from a lot of different directions now, and I hate to say no. I like saying yes to people,
especially if it's something good.
Yeah,
like
something good.
I want good to come from it. So I want to say yes, but sometimes you just have to just ignore it and be like, I can't.
Yeah, because when you stretch yourself too thin, you're not really doing much good. You know.
Well, it's not good for. It's not. Maybe it's good for you, but it might not be good for you as a whole. Your whole environment. Which your environment's when the fucking door closes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That has to be first.
Absolutely.
Like I've learned that. It took me, honestly, as a real recent life lesson, but
yeah.
You
know, when I first moved here, and for like the first probably 5 or 6 years, I had like this mentality where I'm just going to say yes to everything, and that's going to be my way of really immersing myself into this community. And you know, now I've gotten to the point where I've said yes over and over again. I'm getting a little tired, and I've gotten involved in too many things, and you know, do you want to make a big impact in a couple of things, or you want to make a little impact in many things? And I'm reaching that stage, I guess, maybe in my life where I want to have an impact on certain things that I'm truly passionate about. And that means sometimes saying no. And it's hard for me. Like, I'm not trying to paint myself as like some saint, but like, you know, when a nonprofit reaches out to you and says, can you show up here and promote this and be a judge? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I just can't do it because you know what? I want to watch football on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
you know?
You have to give yourself some time, your family some time. I mean, I have chores.
Yeah.
They get so neglected.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like, well, I was going to do that Tuesday, but now I just accepted this other thing to do, so I guess I won't be home till Friday night.
Yeah.
That's literally a lot of my weeks is I'll be home one night a week.
Well, I've tried my best to limit like back-to-back nights with food stuff, like if I'm doing an event, because I know, like, you know, I don't want to create any friction at home. Again, it's my hobby, and I love it, and it's a real passion of mine, but, you know, my family is number one.
Right.
And if I'm going to a wine dinner on Tuesday night and going to a fundraiser on Wednesday night and another fundraiser on Thursday night, that's too much.
Yep.
You know, space it out. Do one. You know?
Yeah, just do one.
Yeah.
One's good. It's fun.
It's fun. It's good enough.
Yeah.
And I'm at that point now where I feel comfortable about that. And
I also think I'm still in my 20s and I can just do everything.
Well, you ain't kidding.
And then I realize I don't have the energy for that. Like, I go to bed sometimes when it's a free night. I'm embarrassed to say I will be in bed by like 8 o'clock.
Oh, give yourself a good hour and a half to scroll.
I mean,
you know, like in bed, you're like.
Sometimes I won't even. I'm trying to do better with the phone thing. Like in the mornings, I don't touch it. I won't even listen to anything in the car. Nothing. I'm just alone with my thoughts.
Yeah.
The first drive of the day, no matter how long the distance, just me and my brain.
Yeah.
Figure shit out.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the day is kind of whatever. But I'm getting a new phone Friday, and I'm this close to telling my wife, hey, passcode this shit.
Yeah.
And make it where it's like an hour a day.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Good for you. Yeah.
I think it's going to happen because I'm thinking about not even, you know how you download all your shit, put it in the next phone, and you just keep relentlessly doing that. I think I'm just going to start 100% fresh. If you text me, I'm like, who's this? And then just start.
Do y'all believe him or you think he's full of shit?
No.
When he says something, he usually does it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty steadfast.
Yeah. Contacts, you know.
I don't know if you see. I thought about that, but I don't know if you can just do the contacts.
Yeah,
okay,
You
cool.
can select.
Yeah, you gotta get your because you're gonna be texting like, "Who is this?"
I have 400 something contacts. It is.
That's not cool. You got to keep your contacts. You don't want Kurt texting you. Who this?
Yeah.
Who
Some
this?
of them are probably important.
Well, can you do
contacts
can you
as
do
well.
contacts and text and then nothing else?
Probably,
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
selective. Like it'll like let you like.
Oh,
pick and
really?
choose what
Okay.
you want,
I've
usually.
only ever done all of it.
Yeah.
You know, like a shovel. Just here's the old shit you're never going to look at. I got 400 apps, something like, not 400, but I probably have close to 100 apps. I bet I use fucking 7 of them.
Yeah, me too. Same thing.
Why? Why do I have all that shit? It's dumb. It's really stupid.
Because at the moment, like, I need that.
I downloaded this one app because it did this one special feature that I could get for free if I didn't pay $7 a month and cancel it. Da 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 da. And then I've had it in my phone forever, so I'm just sick of that.
Yeah.
Flappy Bird.
No. I tried that game for about 7 seconds.
Well, we will support you in your decision. And
I just,
I'll know if it worked when I get the
who is this? Who dis?
Well, no, you might get the, hey,
You
so
up?
how do you do that?
You up?
You might get the, hey, how do you do that text? It's just, I don't know, man. I just want to go, that stuff, I can't stand it. I think it's bad for everyone. It's fucking rotting all of our heads. I just want to take baby steps.
Yeah.
I already do the no phone in the morning thing. Great. What's the next step?
Yeah.
Maybe I still have all the apps, the social media, the bullshit, but for an hour a day or 2 hours a day,
Yeah.
it's a lot better than what it currently is.
Well, I grapple with all this stuff.
Except for YouTube, because I have to have my YouTube.
So much.
I use it for learning.
Social media is what you make of it. It really is.
I know.
And like, I get the. Y'all may have done this, and I apologize if you've done this, but these friends of mine that get on like a platform and announce to the public, I am giving up Facebook on Facebook. They're
I
on
would never do that. No,
I'm
no.
like, who the fuck cares? Just
No,
leave.
just don't do it.
Just
Yeah,
leave.
no, I would never
6
do
hours
that.
later, they're back.
Yeah, they're always back, dude.
No one gives a shit. No one cares.
No one does.
Or how about this? Why don't you, if Facebook is pissing you off because of all the negativity and all the garbage that's popping up, why don't you mute the stuff that you don't like and keep the stuff
Try to
that makes
play
you
the
feel
algorithm.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a portion of it that is the algorithm.
I will say my Facebook videos is almost 100% people making shit and like puppies.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, because I've got that one. I will
you
give
got that in line.
I will give it to Facebook. Their algorithm really is paying attention to the shit you pause on
Yeah.
and
Well-
watch all the way through. Because I got this one guy makes tables, bro. That shit is so sick. I'll watch it for like 20 minutes. Like, damn.
I got the guy that goes to Goodwill with $5 and then buys something and refurbishes it and sells it for $500.
The dude that jumps in,
Yes.
he's in a new jumpsuit.
Yeah.
That guy rules
Love
too.
the dude.
Love that shit.
Positive. He's
Listen,
got a good mentality. I like his outlook.
Some of that shit he turns into gold.
Yeah, he's like, I got $2 and I'm
Uh-huh.
heading to Goodwill, and he buys this piece of shit thing,
I
and
bet you can pull some of that off.
yeah.
Well, it makes me want to do that. He found this leather couch on one of these recent ones. I was like,
he just
made
wiped
that
it down.
Yeah, with some
It was like
bullshit. It looked brand
$500
new. Yeah,
bucks.
$500 couch. Like shit.
Yeah.
I can do that. Why am I not doing that?
Yeah,
But
I
then
know.
it's just another thing. I'm
You're
like,
like, I don't have a truck. I got to get that damn thing in a
I
truck.
don't have a truck. I live in a mobile home, no garage.
Yeah.
Everything's open air working.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, but like, my point is, there are a lot of positive things about social media.
There are.
I look at my blog and I think I want to be a positive light. I get a lot of people that'll reach out to me and like, a lot of social media is terrible, but I love the positivity that is associated with your blog, and that means a lot to me because it is, again, social media is what you make of it.
I've thought about, me and Kurt have talked about this, where you don't have a personal anymore, and you kind of just, you live like Crashcast, this podcast. Like, that's my social media.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
Instead of getting on there and being like, here's this fucking thing I'm doing that is pointless and stupid. Get on there and be like, use it for a tool for your work instead of, that way you're still there, you're still connected, quotes. If they need to find you, they can.
Yeah. Completely agree.
And then just live through your podcast, which is that's what we do anyway. This is a huge.
What we do is we're trying to push people there.
If I want to show somebody something, what better way for me to be like editing the new podcast? That is probably something. If you're a fan of the podcast, you'd want to see how the sauce is made. Everybody loves that.
Yeah.
So just do that instead, because I spend hours in front of a computer editing all this stuff down.
Yeah.
So, I just think about these things.
No,
I try
agree
to
with
think
you.
about how can I stay, but go also like separate the two things.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like the weight of it.
I agree with you. 99% of what I do is through the Mighty Rib now. I don't get personal. I don't even really use my personal Facebook much or Instagram. I have one Instagram account. I don't even deal with Snapchat or TikTok because I just know I would be a buffoon on those mediums.
Right.
I think it's easier sometimes too whenever you just have, hey, I'm here, go there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like instead of
One
being
spot
I gotta
instead of-
post the same
yeah.
thing here and there, and
Yeah.
it's just the same content.
Well,
the only thing with Facebook is Crashcast's Facebook page is abysmal.
No, it's much better now.
Well,
Is it?
Yeah.
It's what you it's what you do with it. You know, I received a lot of criticism several years back.
That makes me happy.
They're like, "Oh, you're just on Facebook. That is an old person's social media."
I don't feel like that's true.
And the thing is, I caught a lot of criticism. I was late to get on Instagram. Like I said, I still have not done TikTok or Snapchat. I just don't want to do it.
I don't think you need to. Dude.
I don't want to do it.
That crap sucks.
And but I caught some flack for just really focusing. I don't do Twitter or X, whatever the hell it's called. Like, I'm about Facebook and a little bit of Instagram, and I sprinkle it in there. And the reason why is because that is what, from day one, I was comfortable with, and I feel like I'm good at it.
Same.
And I'm not trying to be something I'm not.
I'm not good at Instagram. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm just the old guy in me, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to post the photo. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I've always been, that I've always enjoyed about Facebook, and I remember the first post I ever wrote on my actual website, it was like a little paragraph. I'm like, this blog is beginning. You know, I want to be able to interact with folks.
I like comments over the likes and stuff.
Yeah. So like,
I want to be able to talk to people. People don't comment on Instagram really.
Exactly. And I can't. And even if they do, I feel like the way it's structured, there's not that back and forth that I get
really
with Facebook.
Not the same thing.
I mean, so much of my pleasure on Facebook is like when someone comments and me replying and they replying and then someone else jumping in.
But stay structured.
Yeah.
Right?
So people, it's all laid out.
It's all laid out right in front of you. It's a way nicer system. Me too.
I love connecting with the audience. You know, a lot of people are like, how did you find this place in BFE, Arkansas? I'm like, you told me about it. Like the audience tells me where to
absolutely.
go. You know, like I'm not going to BFE, Arkansas.
Just looking for stuff.
Yeah.
You don't drive around like, let me try that one.
Yeah, I don't do that because it's too much time and effort and money to do that. But if 10 people over the course of like 3 months on the blog, I file everything in my head. They're like, you got to go to this place and cab it. And I hear it again and again. I'm like, well, shit, I bet it's pretty good.
If you had a fantastical, this is a must go, like your version of a Michelin star, like not a Michelin star, but they developed that so people would travel. Mm-hmm. The tire company came up with that so people would travel more. Do you have one in Arkansas that's like, say it is in the middle of nowhere, that you're like, holy shit, people need to know about this spot?
Yeah, I do. Which Taylor's Steakhouse.
Taylor's Steakhouse.
Taylor's Steakhouse is in Dumas, and it's not even in Dumas. It's outside of Dumas.
It's so literally nowhere.
Yeah, it is literally I think it's in a cornfield, and yeah.
Well,
I think it's cool.
Now I really want to go.
Well, you know, it's an hour and a half each way, and
to civilization.
Yeah, and so I forget how I found out about it, but I made the trek. I think a friend of mine who I completely trusted to make that journey, and I mean this. This is not hyperbole. It is the best steak I've ever eaten in my life anywhere. Whoa. And the man who runs his name is Chuck Taylor. His name is Chuck Taylor.
Shout out to him. Yeah. Hell yeah.
He's a quiet guy. He's a quiet guy. He is a steak whisperer. His wife Pam, they're a wonderful team. She runs the front of the house. She's a talker. I love her. And but you walk into this restaurant and it kind of looks. It's not a fancy steakhouse. I mean, it's middle of nowhere. It kind of looks like maybe a Texas Roadhouse when you walk in.
Okay.
So it's a very normal.
Is it big like a Texas Roadhouse?
It's a good sized restaurant. It's not
like bigger than a mom and pop, but it's not as big as like a massive chain.
Yeah, it's not massive, but it's a good size.
Okay.
And you walk in and you see, I call them the meat chambers. So he's dry aging and wet aging all the meat, and it's not cheap. It's not.
Good steak's not supposed to be cheap.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be cheap, but it's also not like going to New York City and spending $300 for a steak. It's probably going to cost you $75. Let's say
that's perfect.
And I'll tell you, it is the best I've ever eaten, and I recommended that to probably thousands of people over the course of like the last 7 or 8 years, and people all around the state, predominantly here in Central Arkansas, and I've never had someone like message me afterwards and go, "You were wrong," or "Man, that was good, but it wasn't that good." Like, "Man, you made me drive all." I've never had, and you know how rare that is,
right?
Because people will always message me.
Everybody wants to give their opinion.
Yeah. And they are the best of the best. Like I tell people, if I was leaving the state tomorrow, or I was dying, and I had to get one final meal, I'm going to Taylor Steakhouse in Dumas, Arkansas. It is, and it's only open like 3 or 4 nights a week. You know,
well, yeah, when it's that good, you don't have to be.
Yeah, and you got to tell them like
Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
9:30 to 9.
And don't go out there without reserving.
They're open for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't go out there without a reservation.
Yeah, you need to tell them that you're coming.
My parents live in Monticello, so that's not super far.
Oh shit! We're
I'm
gonna have to
telling
get a
you,
resi.
their ribeye, their filet, everything they do is
Love
great.
their ribeye.
Oh my God, it
Do
is.
you ever have people get mad at you for like quote unquote blowing up a spot, or like, you know, when people have like a spot
It
that
does
they try
happen. Yeah.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
People are pissed at me. They're like, "Don't write about that place. That's my hole in the wall. Go to. I don't want any more attention." I'm like, "How would you feel if that place went out of business because no one knows about it?" Yeah, but people do that all the time. I'm like, dude, we need to give
my
them
dad
love.
used to take me to this restaurant. It's like just a regular restaurant. We would go there for breakfast, but it's like under a fucking bridge in like a warehouse district.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the name of it. It was so long ago. We were young, but it was so good and it would stay busy.
Yeah.
But it's just, how would you ever know that that was there? It was such a crazy location.
I once said something, I won't name the person or the restaurant, but it happened to me a couple of years ago, and it's never happened before or since, and I couldn't believe it did happen, where I went into a restaurant, had the special, and it was special, it was amazing, and I came home and did my thing and posted a picture and said, "These are wonderful, you need to go and have them, they're that good." And apparently the restaurant got flooded with people and sold out, and I got a message from that chef angry at me, pissed off at me. He's like, "Don't you ever write about my place without giving me like kind of a warning or a heads up, because it backed up the kitchen, it made us look
I
bad."
understand it being overwhelming, but like.
I mean, like, usually
I'm sorry your register's full of money now.
I mean, like, God, I kind of was like taken aback by it, because usually I get messages like, "Hey, please come and visit," or "We would really appreciate it." And to get something like that, I was like, and I didn't even respond. And that's
Good
my
on
wife.
you.
My wife is good about like, because I'm knee jerk usually, and
Hell
she's
yeah,
like,
same.
she was like, "You know, you got that message at like 10:30 at night. He probably just got off a long shift where he got blasted. He's just releasing some anger, venting."
She's probably right.
Just
Probably turn a lot of people away.
yeah. And sure enough, like, I didn't respond, and he never responded again. And it probably that's what it was.
Yeah.
But still, like, you just never know how people are going to react.
That's a wild way to react, though.
Yeah, and that's
I'd be at the end of the night like,
yeah.
hell yeah, boys.
No, he was like pissed. He's like, "Man, you made us look bad," and I'm like, that. I'm thinking to myself,
I
that is
kind of
not.
feel like that's on you, bud.
Yeah.
If you're not ready
It's
for
not
a
the
busy
intention.
restaurant.
Like, you're going there to try to make them. Well, afterwards, when you decided it was good, you were trying to make them look good, and
Yeah.
in turn worked, got people to go there.
I don't think that's such a bad look on the restaurant if you run out of something or like.
I mean, if you're busy, that's what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
Obviously, you weren't
People-
prepared for the influx.
people do
Like,
get-
"We're sorry, come back tomorrow."
people do get
And-
wildly impatient.
And Rook got, they took a beating that day. And a restaurant like Rook, this other place I was talking about, they are an established restaurant. They have a lot of people go in and out. I do feel a little bad about what happened to Rook in the fact that, like, I mean, they had probably 2 staff members. They had one person in the front
Right.
and a cook. And when some guy like me comes in and blasts them, like, I do feel a little bad. I probably should have said, "Hey, I'm about to post a picture. Maybe go get someone and hire them for the
Right.
night,"
Yeah.
because there's about to be a lot of people come. But we've talked about this already numerous times today. Like, I still have that imposter syndrome. I still don't think that
Right.
I have a platform that people look at and go, "Man, I want to go eat at that right now." Like, I'm going there right today.
It did make it look real delicious.
It was good. Those were good pictures. I had good lighting.
I still haven't eaten there like an asshole, but I really do want to try that. I've never had real Indian food though.
Well, this is a true fusion.
I'm not an adventurous eater.
Well, if you're going to go there, get the chicken tikka masala pizza.
That thing you had looked incredible.
Yeah, you'd like that. I mean, you don't have
It
to be
looked amazing.
and it wasn't spicy or
Oh, see, I love spicy. Spicy's not even a problem for me.
Well, you need to go then.
I
mean,
should.
Yeah, you should.
Quit being a jerk off.
yeah.
Go.
They're going to
Yeah.
go out of business, and it's going to be your fault.
Damn. Now I am
How do you
going to go.
feel?
Well, my
Don't you
wife's
put
been
that evil on
Every
me.
time we drive by, my wife's like, "We got to eat it." I'm like, "Yeah, we'll eat there someday." And I'm just Always like,
there might not be a tomorrow.
There might not be tomorrow. Yeah, you're right. All right. I'll quit being a hypocrite.
All right. You'll like it. I promise. Guarantee.
What was that thing called? Lasagna rolls?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it was lasagna rolls.
Mighty Rib guarantee.
Yeah, they got a sticker.
Stamp.
They got the approved. They got I got an approved sticker now.
You should walk around with a stamp.
That's another thing. These goddamn stickers. I mean, like, that came to me. Like, I'm lying in bed one night. I'm like, what can I do to have some fun, and keep getting my name out there? I'm like, let's create these Mighty Rib approved stickers. And I'm like, no, people are gonna think that's stupid. And
people love stickers, dude.
Good
they
Lord.
Love them. We passed out so many yesterday.
God. I mean, these restaurants, they want that sticker.
That whole bag right there is filled with stickers. That shopping bag is full.
Bro, I was passing out stickers to y'all's friends at the,
at
the Friday
People
show,
love
and they were
stickers.
like, "Oh, hell yeah!"
Stickers are good.
I was trying.
It's great marketing. QR codes are another huge one.
Yeah, I haven't gone down that road yet. We'll see.
Well, you
They
gotta,
work.
Like, wear a shirt with a QR code, but nothing else is on it. So
Yeah.
I'm curious, so like, no.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing I don't do. I don't wear my own merch.
Okay.
Like, I hate that. Like, I have a merch sale every year for charity, and
That's awesome.
I've never worn it until we made that shirt and that camo shirt. I've never worn a single band of mine's merch, never anything, but I like that. So I got one and I wore it a couple
camo one
times.
there?
Yeah,
You like the shirt that you designed? Who would have thought?
I didn't design that.
You came up with the design.
I didn't design it.
You said, let's do this.
Well, okay, I didn't do the work.
Quarrel.
Maddie did all the work.
Y'all are a good team.
So it just makes me feel like I didn't do shit just because I came up with an idea.
We got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We've already blasted through the 2 hours.
Yeah.
It goes fast when you're having a good time.
I know, man. It always does.
It's just an easy
I used to think it was
conversation.
Kurt's basement we recorded in. That was just because it was so tight.
Yeah.
Like we were in such a. I mean, Kurt literally sat right here,
I mean,
turned around at the computer desk. It was that small of a place.
we've been talking 2 hours. You imagine, like, when I did my 30-minute radio show, it just felt like that.
Like you blink your eye and
you
you're
get
like,
a good chef that's chatty. Oh man, it's like you just get
do you
started.
even say a word?
Yeah, you just let them go. Mm-hmm. And there's some that won't say a word, and you're like, oh, you're not coming back on the show. But like, you gotta.
That is the worst.
Yeah, it's like a deer in headlights.
You'll find a couple of those in the
We've
interviews
had
tomorrow.
guests like that like it takes them a while to open up, but like.
Yeah,
But this is long form, so you can give
Yeah.
time. There's like an open air ability to like get comfortable and.
yeah.
Okay, well, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me at the Mighty Rib. That tag is on Facebook and Instagram. Those are the two main places. I still have a website. I haven't put an article on there in a few years, but that's really where you can find me. I do some spots. I'm fortunate enough to do some TV spots every other week. I'm on Arkansas Style, touting my latest food journey.
Nice.
Got a podcast I'm working on with a friend.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, we do that. Well, we were doing it monthly, and
Is it guest based or just you two going over stuff?
What we do is the concept is he works for the city, and I are in North Little Rock. I do my food thing, and we go down to different small towns throughout the state. We spend the day at these towns. Let's give an example: Cave City. And we'll go and spend the day in Cave City. We'll talk to the mayor. We'll get to learn all the infrastructure and all the cool things about that town, and then we'll hit like 3 or 4 food stops, and then we come back into the studio and we talk about our day, and we combine food, and so we're trying to get. The concept is there's something here, and
is that out there right now?
Yeah, it's out there. Yeah, we've been doing it for like a good year and a half now, and the concept is we feel like every town in this state has something that is worth checking out.
What's it called?
There's something here. It's on all the. It's got like a green Arkansas logo, and we've got a really cool studio. It's right across the river at his job, and we've got a producer because it's all connected to his job. So that really helps out. For me, it's just a matter of taking a day a month.
Is it that thing?
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. It updated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I can follow.
Like, we're working on our next episode. We're going to go to Stuttgart, and it's just kind of fun I love it selfishly because it gets me out of my little pocket here, and it makes me learn the state and cover these restaurants that not a lot of people know about in the state. So I really appreciate it. And like you guys, like, he's a dear friend of mine. Like, it's just cool to have a project that it's on the books each month.
Yeah.
That you're working on with your friend. You know.
Love that.
And so.
Consistency is
Yeah.
incredible for my mental health for sure.
Yeah, it's great. And his job, he's got a very demanding job, but like we've taken probably 2 months off, but we're going to get back onto it. So I'm working on that. One of my favorite things I'm doing now, I do a month spot on the Buzz, which is huge for me because I have a radio background, a sports background. So I'm now able to talk food on a sports station.
Nice.
So I can mix in a little sports. So it's like my dream segment.
Yeah, that's
you know?
fantastic.
I love
yeah.
that. So, you know, I think I'm reached a point of like that's about as much as I can handle. But as far as all these different little side gigs, but I'm really fortunate to be able to do this, and I love it. And I want to, like we were talking about, I want to keep my health in check so I can continue to do it as I get older. Because I am old. I'm 48. You know?
That's You're not. We're not spring chickens anymore.
No, we're not. We're not. But thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate it. Great time doing this.
Thank you.
I've never done I've been on several podcasts, but I've never done one like long form like this. So it has a completely different vibe, and you just really sitting around shooting the shit, which I really
Digital
enjoy.
campfire, man. That's how we do it.
Yeah. Good job, y'all.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. It's our pleasure. Everybody, we're on everything. Crashcast Pod, Era X, Crashcast Pod 1, TikTok, Crash.cast.podcast. We got too many monikers.
Yeah.
We got anything to promote? I feel like
We have the cover show we just announced.
cover show.
Yeah.
That's right. November 1st. As Cities Burn, performed by Lame Johnny.
Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold by the Espionage Act.
Code Orange.
Code Orange by
Through
Through
Blood.
Blood. And what was
Rob Zombie.
By Tripwire.
Tripwire.